Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stalker Team. This is another episode that we're bringing to you in the series of IPOs that are actually launching on Wall Street. Today, we are looking at Circle IPO. Circle Internet Group has actually released its filings to actually go public on the New York Stock Exchange. Before we go further, let's just make our usual disclaimer. Every information shared on this channel is for information and education purpose only. Do your due diligence or talk to your financial advisor before making any decision. On that note, thank you so much for being part of our channel, for watching this episode. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe, put on your notification bell so that you don't miss any update. Also, please give this video a like because we tend to actually reach more people to add more value to people. You can also join us on X at Stalker Team Live, on TikTok at Stalker Team, and also on Instagram as Stalker Team Live, where we also share breaking news and all the updates on the market. So the Circle IPO filings finally came out, and what I'm going to do without wasting much time is to break down this IPO by going under the hood to actually see what exactly is this company disclosing in the finances, revenue, valuation wise. Is it really sensible to buy as an investor? What are the risks that you should actually look out for? And what is my verdict? What do I think? Actually, you don't have to take my word for it. You can do your due diligence. You can decide to buy or sell, or short this stock when it actually finally lists on the stock exchange. But, you also have to actually do your due diligence. But I will also give my verdict at the end of, towards the end as a key bonus to this episode. So join me. So, Circle is a company that has been very, very important in the crypto ecosystem. Circle Internet Group is the issuer and they own the USDC token. So basically, the USDC token is just like the US dollar version of US dollar version of the digital currency that people are used to using to convert. For instance, you want to actually transfer funds to anyone and you don't want to actually have it in Bitcoin, you can convert your Bitcoin to USDC token and send to anyone, or you can actually sell your Bitcoin and convert it to USDC if you don't want that volatility. So as a means of payment, sending money from one place to another, anywhere to anyone, and also as a way of protecting your crypto from further volatility. Maybe you've made profit and you don't want to trade, you don't want to actually have exposure to either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any of the major crypto. You can actually convert your Bitcoin into USDC. They have a competitor called USDT, which is owned by the company called Tether. I'm going to get into that in detail. So this company was founded in 2013. Their mission was to actually increase global economic prosperity through frictionless exchange of value. In 2018, they actually issued this currency, this token, and they pegged it 1-to-1. It means that for every $1, for every USDC token, there is a $1 backing it up. That is what the company actually used as their unique selling point. That all of the tokens are backed by actual US dollar, either in reserve or in US treasury. So basically it's 1-to-1. So for every USDC token, they claim to actually have $1. And the funding for this business, they got their funding from the likes of BlackRock. So I'm just going to, they were backed by BlackRock. Goldman Sachs, Fidelity Investment. So they have very good backing from major whales in the industry, in the financial markets. Goldman Sachs, more or less one of the most, if not the most respected, investment bank in the world. BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world. Fidelity as well, very reputable. So it seems, Circle actually has that good backing, and they've been doing to an extent very well for themselves. But I'll go back and actually take this bit by bit. They will be listing as Circle, which is Charlie Romeo Charlie Lima, CRCL. That will be the ticker symbol. And they'll be listing on the New York Stock Exchange. So I was actually a bit surprised that Circle will not be listing on NASDAQ, because, blockchain, crypto, token is technology. It's strictly technology, But, they'll be listing on the New York Stock Exchange, and that's where they will be trading. And you will also be able to have access to buy the stock if you want to buy. You'll be able to buy with any of the major brokerages across the world, whether you're in the US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, or Canada, or even any major economy that allows you to buy foreign stocks. So, coming to the meat of the analysis, valuation-wise, Circle is actually looking for a valuation. They are valuing this company between $4 to $5 billion. To me, is not a bad valuation, because I was actually expecting that this valuation would be inflated. But from the look of things, it seems the company is a bit more transparent. They're also a bit more realistic. We don't actually know if they will actually increase the valuation depending on the market temperature, the climate. In the last 2 months, we've been having that drawdown. Although the few IPOs have actually been doing very well, but this valuation is very fair, at least based on the numbers I'm going to be showing going forward. So revenue-wise, this company, as at 2024 year end, they reported a revenue of about $1.6 billion, which was an increase for $1.45 billion in 2023. And they said majorly it was driven by reserve assets that actually increased. So that's showing you that they're actually having some decent revenue to show. So for me, looking at their revenue to their valuation, it's not too inflated to an extent, to put it that way. So like I said, Tether is the key competitor to Circle, which owns USDC. So Tether owns USDT, Circle owns USDC, and the reserve for USDC, for you to see how big they are compared to their biggest competitor, they're about half of the business of USDT, because USDT actually came much more earlier than USDC. And they also became very global, very, very fast, and they were actually available for traders or investors in crypto on major exchanges until USDC now became much more widely circulated. So that's why they are half of what USDT is actually doing in terms of reserve. However, I have a caveat about USDT, which is Tether, and I'll go for that. So profit wise, this company, Circle, is already making profit. In 2024 full year, they declared in the filing about $156 million in profit and net income, and actually it was a decline from $268 million. So let's see what they are going to do this year. This year has been very, very ambitious, has been very, very bullish for Bitcoin, crypto generally, although we've seen some drawdown. But in the beginning of this year, you could actually see how Bitcoin actually went bonkers and went to the all-time high. in comparison to Tether, which is their biggest competitor, Tether actually disclosed 13 billion dollars in profit. However, I'm still a bit more skeptical about Tether, and I'm going to actually make that clear. So, like I said, they are backed by the likes of Goldman Sachs, BlackRock. Why is this very important? It's very important to show the class of institutions, the class of market makers, market movers who are actually investing in this company, and they are also facilitating part of the reserve. Like, for instance, BlackRock is also managing part of the reserves. So a whole lot of some other product that this company is designing, BlackRock is also involved. So to an extent, the company has some credibility, and that's why to an extent I still have some soft spot for Circle as a company compared to Tether. So going forward, the risk, which is very, very important, before I go to my judgment, the risk involved in every IPO is very, very key, and we shouldn't discount it, no matter how good the valuation is, no matter how well backed this company is by very, very reputable institutions like BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, Fidelity. No matter how profitable the company appears, we also have to look at the risk that actually is contextualized, is particular, is peculiar to this company. So the reserve risk, which is very key. So USDT, like I said, which is owned by Tether, the biggest competitor to, and also a bigger competitor to Circle, they have challenges with the verification and transparency as what is the actual value of their reserve that is backed by the US dollar. In the last 3 years, there was a whole lot of challenges, even lawsuits, and also scrutiny as to whether Tether or USDT actually has enough dollar backing the tokens that they have. So at the end of the day, it's a risk to USDC or Circle, because USDT is the biggest stable coin in the industry, in the ecosystem, the blockchain ecosystem. So if there's a challenge for USDT, there will also be a run on USDC, and that is very, very key for you as an investor to look at. Also, the risk of other countries, other institutions or countries coming together to actually launch stable coins or central bank digital currencies or digital tokens. The Nigerian government in Nigeria and some part of Africa launched digital tokens, but they haven't done very well. If the US is also going, the US, the UK, yes, they haven't done it, for obvious reasons. The US dollar is the currency that the US will actually want people to actually continue to use. So the risk of CBDC being launched is there, but it's not an immediate risk. It's not also a risk that is very, very what will I say, is very, very imminent for this company to worry about, but it's something to actually keep an eye on. Competition wise, yes, Tether is actually the biggest competitor to USDC, which is Circle, and so at the end of the day, Tether is quote and unquote 2 times the kind of value, the reserve that USDC has. So they also have competition with the likes of PayPal, with the likes of any platform where people send money all around the world, the likes of Remitly, Wise, all of these platforms that people use to send money across borders. They are competition. So this company needs to be very, very innovative. They need to move with time. AI is now in the picture. Large language model is in the picture. How are they going to actually evolve from being a blockchain player to actually play in the AI era? That's also going to really, really matter. Are we going to get to a point where AI is going to facilitate payment, and how is this company reacting to that, or actually ahead of that? Also third-party risks, exchanges being hacked. You saw the Lazarus criminal gang hacking, digital exchanges, crypto exchanges. There are a whole lot of risk that can actually have a major run on USDC or Circle. Also, changing government in the US. The government in the US is very, very crypto friendly now, and that's why I also think that Circle is coming up with this IPO because they believe the current government in the US, especially at the federal level, is very, very crypto friendly. A whole lot of statements, policies are being fashioned out to actually make the industry more resilient, more integrated into the banking financial services sector. The president also has been attending crypto conferences. So, but if there's a change in government, for instance, if there's a change in government to another party, is that climate, is that affinity to relax regulation around crypto and blockchain? Is it going to continue, or we are going to have a total write-off of the entire climate? So those are the risks that you actually look into. However, the devil is still in the detail, and that's why I title TD high TD. The devil is in the detail. It is still a private company until they've listed. The filing can still be updated, it can still be revised, it can still be pulled back or even cancelled. But the company actually they are actually looking very serious that they will go ahead with this IPO, and so they are doing the filing. So let me go to my judgment. But before I go to my judgment, if you have watched this video this far, please give this video a like, because we'll reach more people. Subscribe to this channel, put on that notification bell so that you actually don't miss any update. So I'll go to my judgment now. Join me. So I can see that the numbers released by this company, they are very, very fair. To an extent, I was thinking this company would value itself around $8 to $10 billion, but coming with $4 to $5 billion, although it could be revised upward or downward, but coming with this very conservative figure actually shows this company is being advised properly. And if this company is already making not of almost $200 million in profit and being valued at about $4 to $5 billion on the IPO basis, is a company that is a bit more realistic. So as an investor, this is not overvalued per se. I would actually say it's fairly valued. Crypto is also a different animal. So crypto is a very different financial instrument, and if there's any major challenge with Bitcoin, like we had during the drawdown that we saw in 2023, the Sam Bankman-Fried, a whole lot of the challenges that we had with all the crypto exchanges, the hacking and all that, those headlines could actually lead to a drawdown. And there is a risk that I also mentioned, which is the pegging risk. If there's a run on USDC or USDT, it could actually depeg, which means the value of what the token that people actually have will not be 1 for 1. It could be 0.9 to 1, which means 0.9 token to 1. And at the end of the day, it means this currency might have that confidence problem. For me, here is what I plan to do. It's a buy for me. However, I'm going to drip in. It's not going to be a boom buy. It's not going to be a huge chunk of buy at the beginning. I'm going to drip in, and also perhaps wait and see what is actually going to happen over time. Because, IPOs are periods where the old investors want to get out money because they've invested over time and they want to cash out. But, around 3-6 months or 2 quarters down the line, this company is going to face the real reality of being a public company. They're going to also disclose much more information. And at the end of the day, the market is going to reprice the risk of investing in this company. And it could be upward downward or muted. So, but in most cases, is IPO stocks oftentimes see a drawdown after the market has repriced the risk premium on this stock. So that's my verdict. It's a buy. However, there has to be a strategy to going into this stock. You shouldn't buy this stock with all the enthusiasm. Yes, the stock will actually go up 50, 60, 70, 80% in the first few weeks, but few months down the line, few quarters down the line, the reality is going to set in. If you look at Reddit was always going up, at least almost for the first 7 months. But where's Reddit now? It's lost close to about 40 to 50 or even almost 60% of the value. So you actually have to actually know what you're doing when a company is coming to the stock market for the first few years or for the first few months. So that's it. I'm going to close on that note. Thank you so much for watching this analysis on the IPO that Circle is bringing to the market. We will continue to bring you much more information, analysis on more IPOs coming into the market. If you have watched this far, please subscribe, give this video a like, press on the notification bell so that you don't miss any update. Thank you so much. Till another episode. Keep investing, keep growing. Take care. Bye bye.